Na ebusuafo mi busa se wa wareda se wa jaida we ye for ye nuama no hwan na eto ni kunu wedding ring anase ne wedding banda ye mema no ema ye Ghana for me ye kunu no wedding ring na banda ya na hye wo mu no eya ye ne ye toma wo mu anase mema na ne to wo ma de me twen I Esther DTM Mame Ernestina Miss Perfect mo maya come on share my young way. Eya ye ne to ma na se eno no na eto.
Nana, on say mo ye preparation na mo kona mo susu mo ring mo pese mo hye ade na.
Okay.
Usually no ko shop na na rings ni be a set.
Okay.
Oba ne bema e be a wedding e bi ho mo ye me 3 wedding engagement na oba ne bema ni nyina e set. Enti mo kona size no we nya mo correct size no mo e set na eja mema no umatua bom preko. Inti ne ya na saa na ya na akwa enye se obi akoto ne de na ya na ekoto set ni bom de na eja be me de akire no oto de na waye ne me masem na se watwie ni nyina bom preko inti ya na saa na akwa
That's it. Nana Kusi Nana Waba Belande. Oh, the honorable tax show was say Nana the essay can many ya junior. I 3 settings, 3 settings so dear. Omo Tayana Emano. Ebusiafo ye wo aha say ye wo esroha DTM Miss Perfect Mame Ernestina obi pese wo share and I say ye movie on.
Oh, the Esther can no ano.
Okay.
Said it obema no na eba be ware wo. What you say? Into no na so the academy ade ni nyina eden eba. But the thing is to say no day and age ya ye rehu oba no pe so select ring no because all ma be ma no nkoto ring bi a o de hye ne nsa na ni enye den enjo nti oba no ne be ma no e na kọ shop ho na o makọ akoye selection nti no oba ne decide so okay so a set of 3 oh nice select mami fa shem se come ya na ne o be ma no no den ni wetua aha nti no yeah, so at the end of the day, yeah, mummy no more selected. Nipa ko tua de mfa ho. But mummy no more selected idea e wo makoma so ai.
Okay, me that say DTM. Oh, I love that submission. Or say nipa kro betua no, ye mfa nipa obetua ho. Enti if that's the case, yeah man no, e was say ye offer. Na enka ye split ring ne bo. Na enka ye so ye tua ye kunu no mu de e ka na say eno de. E mema ne na e ware enti omunto package ni nyina.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. No. Untimi for the bank to ya de na wo tua say ring na.
Nana Piat we bisa question bi ya. Me hu timi dwiri. Say me da.
David.
Wo na
Obema no na ebe ware wo.
say the enti.
Obefa we free. Tio, obema ne befa we free o comfort zone. O papa nchen, o maame nchen, obefa we free comfort zone. Nti obefa we free comfort zone no. Ahyensode a ode hye wo. Say medie ne wo no, na ering no. Nti na sa wo hye me nso wo de service dey ade so we beto meti so a me yan me safa me sika me tuya ka. Dabi. Me ne wa
de na ne kwese kan say
So me bo muntie question ye me ka emema part no ye nso ye pese ye hye emema ne nso a wo mo de na eye 3 pieces na ye de ni ye 2 a wo mo tua ka no ye nso de de ma ye kunu no mo nso ye man ye responsibility say ye ntu wo mo de ne ka.
never ever. I didn't decide to come and marry you. That's the thing. You see,
Nana
a father did
no
not
na
decide to marry the man.
be me
The
pese
man
me ka say
mebo esa mebo obema ne bai e no o say ante me pese me waro
Mo
what me pese me waro me pese me oye media enti no opene so ana ante say I me pene so no say okay opene so de ene nyoma say ni na me de atoto ho me de atoto kwan ni mu a ebema wo ye den wa be ye media. That is it. Internet say wo na wa ba be bisa me say o pese me ye wo de ni de na me kwa kotu ya ka say me de be hye won sa no. O na wo to ade no wo to no confess and I say, oh, person what you say, wow, Saudi at this one at 2 minutes, so no, this one a crack at 1 casa also. So
Okay.
I don't have to use my money to buy anything or pay for anything. And me who your friend is saying Jerome comment or see dollar store. Why would you go and buy it means he said then you are not committed to the relationship. Our is serious business. What I say, going for somebody's daughter from her comfort zone is a serious business. Into what man if you're not serious about this, then you're not ready for marriage. And nothing mpempi no nkurɔfo a ɔmogye ɔdɔ ɔmote ɔdɔ ase ɔmogye ɔdɔ tum ɔmonim sɛ yes life may happen but sɛ wopɛ sɛ wohyɛ ɔbaa no anuonyam a ɛsɛ sɛ wotumi tɔ adeɛ bi a wode hyɛ ne nsa a ɛnkɔdane sɛbesɛbe kaka ɛwɔ ne nsa because wɔn sɛ mmaa no bi wɔ hɔ a efie mu free mu ba comfort ni ade no mu wɔ ne nti no de ring kɔ akɔhyɛ no na sɛ nye gold kora na ne nsa na etimi ɛyɛ kaka etimi ho no
Rashes ba ho me
what I say nti no bɛrima no
me chance no bia na nye good ring krampa maso efu.
Mami, okay, mami. Also, no, Shasma didn't get real gold na so cry.
yeah
Nana.
what I say
Okay.
nti no bɛrima na wabɔ
Biti
wabra
ni ya na
bo na
makan kakra.
Mary sisi a ɔbɛrima na wabɔ wabra bo mu na obu ɔdɔ what I say ɔwɔ saa virtues ni nyinaa ma wo no osombo ma no no ɔbɛkɔ sɛ yɛ ma yɛka ne sɛ Kumasi gold yi kwa na ɛsɔsɔ ɔkɔkɔ ɔbɛkɔ na ɔkɔpɛ real gold na ɔde ahyehyɛ wo nsa na asɛm ba na sɛ life si na sɛ wokɔ baabi na ɔno nso kɔ ne baabi ɔnka nkyerɛ sɛ yi ring ne ma no na ɔnkɔtɔn daabi ɔbɛgya ama wo ne da ase
Yo, me that's any Esther, ye tio.
Okay. Me pese me nso meka kakra ne sɛ asɛm no wo bisa sɛ mmarima ne ring na ya na ɛmaa no yɛde hyɛ wɔ mu no na na deɛ tie ne sɛ ring ɛhyɛ no na nka yɛn akamfo na nka no nhyɛ da nka ya mamrɛ ho ne sɛ bɛrima ɛkɔgye aware a ade a na wɔtɔ a na ne board ne yɛ ahweneɛ ene kɔmuadeɛ ene bi anka o de gugu yɛn nsa no ɔne de wɔtɔ eno ya na na yɛ ahweneɛ ne board na jewelries ne board na ring ankasa sɛ yɛde hyɛ yɛn nsa no na enka ho entwoma ene eniema ɔbaa de besiesie ne ho na woto na mmom sɛ ɛkɔba sɛ aware no bibi kosi ne saa nkosi aga na ekugu a saa nneɛma no yɛnsa anje ne back because ɛyɛ nneɛma a nipa no wɔde aka ne ho enti yɛnje aware mu aka deɛ yɛnje ne back na mmom etira deɛ ɛna ne yɛde kɔ back na yɛnhwɛ o yɛ adopte saa deɛ ne ba a mu si yɛbɛhyɛ nkawa deɛ ayɛ aware na hyɛn so deɛ no aborɔfo no ɔmo de ɔmo adeɛ baayɛ no I know and me kakra me hu ne say na obi atɔ ne de oba no eto ring o de be hye beema no na beema na to ring o de be hye oba no na yenye no na emma ne na hye ring na mema na hye ring until say ye the ordinance no ebe kan ho say e wo se ye nyina obi a hye na edi aware ho adanse entinka ideally enka wose beema ne to ne de a wode be hye oba no de a oba no so nka ring na so de kwahye beema nka se nka wo na woto nanso no yenye no ye kwa koto a ye to ne set se wo hu ena ye mpese ebe se oh we die ye different from yeah usually a man mema like ya ware no obo se wedding ring ne ya na ya de kro enti se mikoto me die free baby na so koto die free baby a ebe different ebe differ ena ebi onso no aha no pa na se moko baby a yetimi bisa ho se bill ne yen split na moka yesa na ya split ya mamu ye kurom so when you wura baby oba ne be menye wura baby automatically the man is going to pay enti no so ukona ring me ensa kra na aka se enka mpese mitua we no kra na omukro mu ntimi checking splitting ka se we ni bu yesi o mbeka se ye set e na wo baby anso a ye be ne ho ade bia de wo mpese obeto ring de ahye because me ma no krada ahye obeka de ebu enimtia se wo na ahye wo kawa enti animonyam e wo munti no be ma no ma sweat and buy that ring na wo de be hye wo no enti no ye ntimi split ade miensa ni e ba bechem ni ehunu we ebu enti ne be men na chiabum na eya na you overlooking ye maybe because na ware bebre na be komu na man fa kan biu obi wo ho aduane e be serve ni nyina oba no fa ho ka se wo hu which is more expensive ebi so ho ya na ebo no so chen ring no kra mkoto ye no
Okay.
no yeah
that's it. Start attacking breme na wo say opese obeka bibi ene na me next question is say nye ma no ene ye na ye to ama ye kunu no mu dia na enu de emema ne nso betimi aka say they are not obligated say e wo say ring no wo mo show because enye ne to ma wo mo start attacking ye tie
Okay. Nea Queen Kaya no mene no eya adwen enti mefa afri bebia odi fi no.
okay
Sebe mpanyifo ewo ha. Enti no se me kasa mu enti a nana kusi no omeba betri no kakra amame. Before say a colonial masters, the Europeans, and I said the Arabs, eba Africa no. There is nothing like a wedding ring. Se bema wuko se wuko pe oba, wuko wari oba, wude ahenie, bracelets no mu nema. And of course, bracelets no ebi eye gold no mu de ye.
ahenie no kura no mde ka ho na menim bi ompesa ma na de ye
Ahenie ka ho, bracelets no mo de kono, eno nso eye gold. And you know, yes, I understand. Baby, I will buy it. Ring no any culture. It was never part of our culture. But ring no and there ba beje no say and only the symbol of your warrior nation so my warrior no. It was introduced to us through the religious bodies. And the missionaries on they are sorry at the buyer Christianity, Islam form they buy and whatever are sorry that you belong to know. Womo and no more de san mano at the Africa. And from time memorial, no, it was never part of our culture. But we just adopted the ring into our culture. Now, so we go back in the olden days, women do not own properties. And you share, you say, yemfa oba enko school. And you know, most of our mothers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, they were not educated because say, omunim say, wodia wo waria, wo kwa kotina wukunu fi, and yemfa omu enko school. So they were not educated. So technically, say wo kotina bema fi na say whatever you are doing. Mostly no, they don't owe anything in their name. And you know, say we oba ewo mbema mua na say ejapade ba and there and I consider emba no si o omo so mu ye nipa and you know say chajapade a say yetumi chebi ema emba no so enya bi but tete no from what I understand ye omo ye sade no emba no ye mo majapade okay ena bema ena ekoware oba.
okay
Enti time a me ko obani fie no ombeka say se wo ko I think say eastern part ebinum kra eje livestock se wo ko I think north ho no so a ebinum je nantwie no mo and all those things say we then like livestock say we de ko e de koma obano family in a form of bride price. A minimum friend or dowry, whatever you want to call it. What does it? So that was what it used to be. So ring was never part of our way. Secondly, because the women do not have access to property. So papa japadia yenchebi mambano na ya chama mbema no. So technically no obano nam hono krano. Don't forget say Before no, now our livelihood was basically on ado. Nti no sɛ ɔbaa no ɛnni asase a ɔkɔgyina so de adɔ a, how do you expect the woman to get money? Nti no ɔbaa no doesn't owe or have anything. Nti no ɔntumi provide hwee. So the only thing the woman is doing is mede me ho aba. Everything else the man has to be responsible for it. So we have it in mind say ɛyɛ bɛrima asɛdeɛ si ɛsɛ ɔno na ɛyɛ den ɔno na ɛsɛ ɔhwɛ efie ɔno na ɛsɛ ɔhwɛ ɔbaa because sɛ ɔbaa no ɛnni asase a ɔbɛkɔ akɔyɛ afuo ɛwɔ so ɛno nti no na sɛ menni afuo a mekɔ akɔdɔ wɔ so a na ɛmfa na menya sika ndi afidi aba. I don't owe any property as a woman. ɛno nti no automatically no it became the duty and the responsibility of that man to take care of the woman because the woman doesn't owe anything. So a woman who doesn't owe anything cannot take care of themselves. So that is how karma, it became a norm, say it is the duty of a man to take care of a woman. What is here? Because say, the women do not have access to properties. Even say papa ba, se in the absence of your father, the land go back to the family and until no time now, me ma basi me babe ware ono. You don't owe anything. And I will share in bema no omo ba ne kura no. Enye bema no na omo ton enema no edi babe ware oba ni o. Omo papa no because again, I don't owe anything as a man yet. Enti no time mama babe ware no. Me ware wi a na me papa be ye den ebe mama asase si o kwajo utumi gina ɛha ɛde yɛ afuo ɛne so ɛde bɔ bra ɛde hwɛ wo ne wo ebusua. What is here? So even ye mema no ye ba be ware no kra no, we don't have it. But on after aware no na papa no si okay say de wa be ye nipa wo be sate wo family enti no wontumi be ye adwuma mame all the time enti no mame ye de mame ma obebi na gina na papa ama nipa no baby ama no nso agina. So it is after the marriage and son bema no ono so start ye den ono so start ejina ne nan so si o magina me nan so because to say the manya asase a me so metumi de aye. Until then no, you are, excuse me to use the word, you are more like a slave to your father because we ejuma no enunti na titimbem mbema no omo prefer say omo be wo mba mbema. They prefer say omo be wo member enti say wo bema ema ukunu a obedo na ni beji because onim say na fu no de share in the next 10 years wanya laborers onko ha you bia manem be edum be edum. So it became a thing. Enunti na aware bebre wo hwe back in the days obi tumi ware 10 waware 20 ni nyina eye because of ejuma which is the famine. Ona aware dodo no efide baye because say ye benya nkrofo amoma be ye ejuma e wo ye plantation. Those days no ye front of plantation oburi na the plantation de baye. Anyways, so that's how it came about. And you know, the decision to even bring the bracelet and everything, no, for a kind of say, our fathers, no, and no. And then I said in my school, and no one say I can pay, do whatever I want to do. So all I have to do is to call my mom and my dad. Hey guys, I'm ready. Ochana munshia me wa Assemblies of God. Me babe ware. Case closed. Back in the days, it is not like that. And nuntina se wo kona wo ko ware a ye ko abisa, ye ko bisa ebusuan yi omo ti sen edam bi ewo. This is senia ende abrofo omo ko hwehwe mbogya mu no. Ye nana no mo titembra no so no they do the same thing. Ebinumu eko as far as spiritual eko hwehwe ebusuan yi den ewo hu. Is there anything spiritual about this family that we have to be aware of? Ebinomoko. Enti, that is how it came about. Now, say ye kono awarea noa. Schnapps became a norm, and then so snap asan ba beji din ɛwɔ even in our traditional setting.
Ebusiafo yesre mo power tap nana Jemfi pia woni ma vero me hu se mo power tap pa.
Nia entia snap ebe the eye like traditionally no ebe any say when we say back in the days no snap no a free amanoni neighbor.
Okay.
And you know, for you to have access to the snap, the gene, no, very difficult. And you know, say we you be a wo etwe wonyansa na say wo tedua na say wo koware obi say wo ba Accra e hona abrofo no wo
Yeah.
ansa na wanya
Yeah.
Mo
gene no anase snap no e dey ko akoware oba no. And you know, those days no, don't forget to say cars any ho. And the cars any ho no, you have to walk. And you be nantia bakra as a sacrifice. Uba beto ensan edi akoware oba.
Okay.
And ni nyina ka ho etwa wonyansa ni nyina ebi nie asenso ebi nie etwa no wonyansa. And no se wo pese wo ware oba no you have to do it. Now before say snap yi ebe mu no people, and I think today there are some cultures in Africa that are still doing it. Nana, they go to the bush and bring a wild animal live. It shows how manly you are. And then some tribes still do it in Africa. And then ebinomo ye the second edi twitwawo. And then ebinomo woda ho ema sebe emba omo fi ho nyina be yi omo ho kyerɛwo. Ye twitwen wo sebe bema just to see how faithful you are going to be. Ni nyina culture.
Hey.
Oh yes, it mean be you omo ho say girls na wo fie. Oh, me say me pe Swaziland akọ. Yes say ho no mo festival bi pe fe. Me pe ho akọ.
Enkata tata kende nko obehwe asia ma oba ro enya nware no.
All she has so obehu na to na atwa ahodo.
Anyways,
different.
and you know, so people were losing their life ubeko in the forest. Wakwachi abuano deba and all those things. According to say that how the people these Ojura people me say the Abuachere festival whatever they go to the bush to go and bring it and it was one of those things that they used to do for our area. And now gene and a snap no buy and for you to have access to gene or the snap no ukwa wan hwe kwana ya obrinacho as a slave they will. And you know, for you to have access to the gene or the snap, no, very difficult. And you know, se wo pese wo ware me badia, ndie ko Accra, ko Kumasi, ko Togo, ko hemfa na ko gi snap no na fabra. Se wo ko nyame ya wadon wamba ndie no se wo badia, wa prove wo se wo ye bema. So that is how come that is how come the snap became a thing in place of kona kofa aboa biba kona kofa weibra. Sometimes no crown you to the buo mo be kon we be say to prove say you are a man, because in our culture a man has to be a warrior. If you are not a warrior, how can you protect your family? A man has to be spiritual. A man has to be everything apart from the ability to give birth in our setting. What is here? And you know, before your colonial masters no eba, and this is what I call the legacy of a kind of slavery. I had me say your baby ding and no son combo. In Nima omuye through the slavery, through colonialism, and there ababe ye adia minewo we are fighting over it. It was never our culture. Se anka yese minko pe aboa bi ba mitumi bunya nafofo mienu miensa bi ma me ne wo muko bush ekope aboa bi ba. But and there for commercial reasons say me kwa mekoji ring na me dey ba. Enti wo be hu no obi wo ho a oni sika o de be kwa koto ring. As a result of that no on person be ware. And there yasunya atra. And you know, the concept of ring, it is foreign to us as Africans. It is something that was being imposed on us as Africans. And you know, send a yen DTM Kayan says, who bass say, who be warren me, when say what they bar. No, ring was never part of our culture. Nia Eka wuni say,
Yeah.
nia the yen culture any say, my baby who mammy any wo papa. Yes, say Memfa and Sambra. And Mr. Nana Kusi has been here to explain in Sanwa Yede Bano.
Yeah.
Nana, we never used to do ring. Miss Perfect or ye I beni. Miss Perfect ye beni be obey to me catch them say. There are communities in the Igbe even till today. They will not. I just say woko mufio apart from partition and I say o modai hono. Lock bia ni ho. Odi aboko akona kofa. Upia udremufie na kofa be hunya beto. And woko somewhere in the north.
Wow.
You will still see the same thing. What you say? Now, DTM to have say culture evolves. Adentina only ya Africa for one na ye involve ye kofo bidie and na ye die no de ye to atwene.
You.
Why are we not holding on to our culture?
Tata deɛ woka akɔpem sɛ sɛ kawa na yɛhyɛ no ɛnyɛ anaasɛ deɛ
Yeah, mamre or patch say and
Enye ya mambre.
Okay.
Enye ya mambre. It was never our mambre. Yes,
Papa schooling ɛnyɛ yɛ amammerɛ o brɔfo ɛnyɛ yɛ amammerɛ ɛma mo nkɔ saa tangent no mementi ase o
Okay. Mame
ɛnyɛ yɛ amammerɛ yɛsua ama ɛnnɛ yɛdidi mu yɛde bɔbra enti adɛn nti na adeɛ baako kawa no nko adɛn na ɛyɛ ma mmarima no a ɛno ho no asɛ ayɛ akɔmfohyɛ ama wɔn ama ordinance ayɛ
no.
akɔmfohyɛ ama mmarima
Nana, when DTM submission no or say abrofono omukwa. Nana, you've been in America for some time. Last Papa Winter, Ebeka send you say, Ofri Ghana buyer no, girl be in EPA ye. Ye the bill ne buyer no what happened? Ye the bill ne buyer na girl no share no divide no yi in the kutu ya so much gonna go to your day. What you say? Why are we not? You say culture evolves. Why are we picking and choosing? What you say?
ɛmu de wɔn ho sɛ wo ne ɔbaa ne tia ɔbaa ne tia fa na wo tia fa ɛyɛ wo de
and then
me deɛ wode saa adeɛ no ba a wonware mi o wo ne me kɔ contract
Ebeya
me
na
tia fa no tia fa wɔn ho
ensa ho ne encollege.
na won wie na e ba say interrupt ya ne we be fi ne de no ye tie tatata.
Anything as a people, yes, there is nothing wrong to adapt, but you cannot adapt by maintaining. Say bema na se obe ware oba, inti bema na se to ring, bema na se ye we, but it never used to be our culture. Like I said, titino, a woman, which is wrong, but again, it's a culture, it's history. A woman doesn't own a property. Inti obano okonye skano de won de atwe duanyama wo.
Okay.
She doesn't have it.
Tatata and the mayen.
What I say, the woman doesn't have it. So if culture is evolving, then we should evolve also and stop saying say bema say bema say. We need to be evolved. Abrofo no mo de na yesu ya no. Ese yetumi suya ma ye hu say.
Yeah.
Ese yetumi hwe ma ye hu say. Abrofo no, this is how they do it. A plus one, say if you bema who is in the capacity to do it, a plus one for you. But and this is a problem we are having. And I say corner say obani bema shia ye can warrior. We don't discuss about finances. We automatically assume say it is the duty of the man to be share. Maybe submission eba we no. Back in 2012 muhona me kind of saying I was talking to this lady or Alatani. Oh no, Bisa Monsieur, what is my ideal family like? Now, Monsieur, me, I want to be a typical African whereby I pay bill, I do this, I do that. Nana, I scared her away. In a sense, in the African tradition, you know, a woman doesn't have a say in that kind of environment. So if you are going to be an African man where you want to take charge of everything, it means I don't have a say in the house. I scared her away by saying, I want to be in charge, I want to pay rent, I want to do everything. I say, hey, bro,
but that's a topic for a different day. Nti tata.
no me dem submission about we.
Okay, yo. Yeah, that or say a pa. Ebusuafo ene na me next question based upon the tatata ekan ye. My next question na mebusa say ye mu dodo sen ye meme ya mo wa ha. Na makwa kogye engagement list. Say no na ye ya mamre no. Na so wakoye oba ho ade a wakwa wanfa engagement ring anka ho. Ye mema ni bi say ye ka ye base no upon the tatata ken ka say ye culture no de na ring ka wahye no enka ho. Ye mu dodo sen na enemre mu menka ne saa eni de ni ahobrase mu pa wo kwa ware obi a wanfa engagement ring anka ho ye nye wedding ring engagement ye nua ebi
Sorry.
mo Esther wukunu be ware odi bi ba ya wanfa bi ama
Oh, the biba na me kan ketewa bi aka de na tatata ken na eka no ho ne say nei no onsetete no ne nkema ye nkọ baabia ya our oware ebi a is either you are a housewife
okay now you go
and I
to
say bi a ubia ubo wukunu wa efum dwumam enti baabi a beema no ekobia wo ne nenam enne se ode ahwenie etume masene a ahwenie no ede na bemu obi beema bi ogina nche ye hu se obawe wo ye warefo anase bi a based on madwuma a me yenti se ahwenie eda me komu a ana mensa a ebe kire se me ye warefo no sa ahwenie no enam madwuma ntimi nhye ne all the time enkwa ede na bemu ware obi behu se obawe wo ye warefo ntimi approach no enti sometimes no ye hwenie mana ebeboa at a particular time na ye adopt ya eno nche say bibia na ye wase ye tu ye culture nyina atotwene na ekofu obi de but abeye more convenient say ubehye kawa because kawa ne de eye ketwa bi uko baby a onam baabi a wonam bi a obi ani ball so ha no senkana wa ye na adwene bi mpo say onko be pinchen wa wonani boka wane so se we no go area obi dia na watwe ne ho enti na ene ya age atum se ye shekawa no those days na ye to danta ne hwan ne eyi no ema ma no ene ye nhye ye mo danto se hwan ye mo danta bio tuntimi nkoto danta mo ba eniema asesa ye kweyani but back to question now beside no eno ene aware die ukoyi fia mambere no kra na yebeje kawa no in a sense it say kawa no edana mekaye na me say kan bio kawa no ye ejapade emo oba no
ese esa ba hono japade part
yebema de kawa no in as much as say eya ahyenso for aware no bema wo bema no kra wakoma ato yem say obai mahye no nso na baabi obeko bia bema foforo bia ntimi empinchen no kawa no enti kawa no de obeto yebeje aka ho
yo yeda se pa ebusuafo ene moma yemma say when it comes to your culture I say your cultural perspective enunti yede wedding ring say your wedding ring yemra wedding ring and I say engagement ring ne pro bi beka say what is the significance yede ring no mayemi enu na yede ye ba asori aba be hira so a de be na ring no ewo any spiritual ties ewo ma na say bind you to get ring in a cramp no mami bremu ana Miss Perfect who the kind aha Miss Perfect ring in a cra ye ni abre wo ho say wo see nya wedding ring e wo say ye kunu no mo hye wedding ring ye me yesu omu na eba be ware enti no enya ade a ye beto ama omu ye ntonso mo omu na me ma ne kasa ne emma say ye ba mamre ni ma emma na wo say hye enye wo mu na ring ne kra eso mfaso say ye ba baby a ye free eba ne ya ba besua ewo abrofo ni ma ring ne de be na ye ma ye mienu asawarefo yi enye me ni wo ye ni ye kunu no ai oba ne be
Me that's it. Nana, I think it's a ring, no, a symbol, like I say, or Messi is taken. What's he say? Into between mummy, no, and then money baby, right? Nancy or Munche, wo kra na wonhye o hye kra na so o nam krom na o ne mapa no aye so ne kotoku
Wade na maybe a brotherhood mo ya mo se ma pe na na jemfi brotherhood yo
no
to
we ya hye ne kotoku eye symbol e che say wa ware hye be ma ne nso a ono na ato ahye kra na so ono oba ne na ato abom ne wa hye it means say wo so you obedient wo di ahye me ya wo di no wo so you obedient keep yours on men ko nyin hye kotoku na nko ma pe ne nko nyin hye kotoku so I think say a symbol a very significant a che say we obedia into no obi hu kra na you are taking but you see no akwa say ma no omu ma omu ring no obe ma na insa kra ho kra no mu ko ne mo because omu pe mema na omu aware no according to them na is omu ye more either some are more responsible or we need that home fear, you know, me family oriented people say I don't know what is it they were looking for in married people, but say no one man pay. So I think say a symbol no I just say wow worry. That's
Mmarima a wɔaware kyerɛ sɛ ohun na obetumi blackmail wɔn.
I
Biribi bi a wɔaware bi a mpɛ sɛ ne yere behu sɛ ɔtwe mpena nti saa chick ne a ɛne bɛka kyerɛ yere
like I throw it.
na de ohia bia na ɔde ama no sɛ wahu.
Not in the last crack so.
yo yes sister Ericos yete unka chempacho ho ye de o say say it's a symbol of commitment between ye ma ye ne ye kunonom so they will always take it. Okay, yo yate and ye na mami me pese me who say Miss Perfect dia or obetire mu say a commitment outside world in our society no obi hu a obi hu say oh me na ekua me kunu me ye obi dia me kunu nso hye ne dia ono nso ye obi dia but between ye ne ye kunonom no ye mienu no ring no e dia pa na e create between us ye mienu e create unity ye special bind bi a akan ya bom spiritually no ye mienu no e wo effect bi impact bi wo ye so maame me pacho ye tio.
Oh, spiritually, ring nini effect bia.
Okay.
Like mini opinion,
What about it?
it's only a symbol just to let people know, say, this one is off the market. Then kameka huna,
Spiritual connections.
we Miss Perfect kayen, the American yan wakan. But say, ebe band them one, I said, them glue together for it's between you and the person. Wrong. The obia pair of fire na kuma di echire no. Owo ne kwan ye ofa so de bo ho ban.
Right.
What you say? And let's be maybe wo shekawa. Obekwa akosi oba foforo pe. Oba ne busa na owo ne obeka enye kaware na ohwe. Mese me na mepew. Na Jerome was making some comments said see omushe yen kawana still a man for eba.
Mami me pacho kafra epa. Madam for bye bye. I mami bonidin mami. Bye. Or say I love your program. Keep it up. Me dofo.
Meka, bra you just bye why? I mean
Bye.
come.
And wabo udin. Esther Bob wabo udin. Bye bye. Yeah, that's said
Hey.
Yo, mami to uncommon so.
What you say? Enti ni nyina ye nukredie free nipa na ɔware wo no sɛdeɛ woda na koma ho fa sɛdeɛ wɔdɔ wo di sifa what you say? Fa ne sɛ ma ware Jerome mehu sɛ Jerome dɔ me na ɔntete me ne saa nneɛma me ni problem
Okay.
moment a mehu sɛ wotwe mpena wɔ m'akyi ani na ba betua ho na yɛ nan me mɛkɔ menim sɛ kratwe ne pam mu fi asaman do a mintimi me makoma mintimi.
Okay.
So what you say? Enti ayankra no eno de wo de hye me de kire wiase nyina se emma dodo wo wiase mu nyina na me na wo pe no yi me afrim me de na wo hya ama me no kire me se wagye atomu se me mechi obi nka me ho.
Okay.
Enu nti so ware ba na wo hye oba no so de ne de wo ma ne dia o de be hye wo dia kire se wo so wa ye obi dia me hu fum so bia e wo ho
Okay.
hu nka ye bia e wo ho so what
And
you say enti me ma no
yeah,
me hu nie enti a ne hye no aye omudene
okay.
eye wo
Yeah,
me
mommy.
ye
Mpacho mami fa akranka nea wo ka ne ho. Yes, round kawa round na your wedding ring no. Nea minim fa ho ne say a round like that for a reason. It means say a
there
enquiry.
is no escape
That
route
a round
ring na
sa
ye hye ni nyina se kire no there is
because
no escape
a
route
crime be and done finfin like it's
wankasa
round.
wa engulf you hu ade oti ase
Akwesi until death do you part.
wechini ya wiase nyina
Exactly.
ni ohunu ya wo fa ya ne me
Okay. Yo,
Yeah.
mommy.
what ase
Okay.
enti no emema yesre kawana anakwa ya omu ya yifro
Yeah, maybe.
ehye kawana nyina echi ye wo mani bi wo no no obeti ase se gbare bi ka me ho
Okay.
eti yakupon kra nyansa mu no wa ma ade no anye trimodene hwe me first boyfriend a menene nante ye no ofren kremo okache me pain se mebare bia ka ho makoma minti etwa so
Good name try. Okay.
wanye me boni bia enene oye me best friend
Tata. What in common? Aha.
what you say
Say me worry on the crank of ho dani.
me si minti
Yo, mommy, near mommy musa sa question we will see wound to me ampa. Na be a me fan say where she a bear maybe. Na wa show ring. Or no ne the say I just say what ne ring a man and son washa obeto manana.
mami eye krama na chinkope dompe ye
Wawaru.
dompe na chinkope krama wo so atwedi a ye mefa ba se ekowa no
That's it.
Escapodiane.
what you say it won't kan kire me se waware na wo be se me pe na me pene ye no e wo won se won keka kire me ma me benya mani besi wo so me nto wo kawa na fa me fa hyew na ade wan ware me na ade na me ne wan ware ewiase pae na ase ewiase ba wiye me mom de me nto ma nti won ware me agai me twe ye me a me twe nye wanum
Oh, into your basa no decide say on sharing.
Na ring no. Ring no dear.
Mommy, queen patch me bo. Mommy, a basa no decide say near or be waron so on sha, will be okay. On
enya adwuma se wo so pe me so de me ye makoma so ade ni ye ma me un ade nti na wo se wonye de nti na wo se wonye ma me reason pa man ka se fa ka wa ne hye okoti anu won sa keke na hye no wo ti ase
betray mu say asa
Mami ajita.
ah and I had the ring and she ho na measure sana empase one common
ah
Hey,
won sa
biology students.
See,
Yeah,
ebi
you.
more do to a point. Say this here the ring is just in be a
Hey,
anchor above
me
that.
de enye
I need to be cool
enye
about
ni
it.
dro
Nkɔmmɔ no nya
enye
duru
se
hɔ
de
ɛnyɛ duru hɔ ntoma mo mfa mfa ho
Ye
wada
di
wo
akọ.
abusuafo
Ye di
aden
akọ.
Yeah, they to us.
Mami lande mami o de
Nana.
there be that on penny
kawa kakra bi na ehye won sa tia ba ku bi no keke no aya problem ma wo na ehye wade na ye wo eye poison na ya konfo hye kire me ne enti a wo se mo nhye no kire me de enti
Abro ni be ye ngyina.
Nana. No credit ye baako pɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ meyɛ ɔbaa nti na megyina ha aka sɛ sei adeɛ no deɛ nokorɛ ne nyame anim nie ring no a ɔbaa de hyɛ bɛrima no ɛyɛ ɔbaa wo bɛrima no deɛ ɔno wayɛ n'afa mu deɛ sɛ ɔno wɔhyɛ wo kawa nti nka nokorɛ mu paa deɛ anka ɔmaa ɛmmaa ɛwɔ sɛ ring no a yɛde hyɛ bɛrima no yɛn nso yɛtɔ because sɛdeɛ ɛsi yɛyɛ ahohoahoa sɛ bɛrima no bɛhyɛ yɛ kawa no ɛbɛyɛ bɛrima nso ahohoahoa sɛ ɔno nso bɛhu sɛ meyere atɔ expensive ring ɛde
enya
ahyɛ me
Esther se
nti
sa na
mɛhyɛ
wo kan de a
nti
oba
nokorɛ ni
se enye
nka
be ma no
ɛwɔ
nko an
sɛ
obeware wa eye nmunyam hye ma wo enti wo nso ti sika koye ne ho ade wo ne busuafo ho
daabi
mami
ɛnyɛ
ada
ɛnyɛ
kwen dabi
ahoɔdenyɛ
eda na ma
asɛm
ne
na
sisa
yɛreka na
engagement
mmom
the
ɛyɛ
man no efie de
kawa
no
ada na ma ne sisa
ɛyɛ kawa
Debi,
no
debi, debi, debi,
kawa
debi.
no a yɛhyɛ no deɛ
Pacho,
nyame
me
yɛnim
Debi
yie
o,
sɛ
tonhwe,
wowɔ ba
adeɛ
a
wa
wagye
kasa
atom
wuyi.
sɛ
Pacho,
See,
wobɛware
give me a
ɛmaa
minute.
na mo sɛ yɛn a ne ɛwɔ yɛn yɛfa yɛfuro ekura nyinsɛn no. Ɔbaa bi a wabadayɛ automatically because wafa nyinsɛn mu emu atete ne deɛ ɛwɔ mu wakɔ awoɔ so.
Mame
So
na
wate
wo
aseɛ.
mame na
Nti yɛwɔ saa atempa no ne saa nneɛma no nyinaa. Bɛrima deɛ Bible mpo ka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔno na ɔbɛsam n'anim fifire. Nti sɛ wosam w'anim fifire de tɔ adeɛ a hwɛ sɛ de wakoma wɔ ho.
mame me da se lande mame. Yo, ye nia
ɛberɛ
Nti
akwasi
kawa no deɛ
berɛ
yɛntɔ
akwasi
mma
asɛm a
mmarima no
wɔka
bi
no wɔ ha
o.
yi
Ɔmo
Esa
ano
yɛnka
mobɛtɔ.
ring a wɔbaa no
Ɔmo
hyɛ yi
bɛsan so ahyɛ ama yɛn.
yɛka ring a ɔbaa no de hyɛ bɛrima no because maame
me pacho me bo. I mean nia kwesi. Enyo oba na to be ma dia auto ring ama be ma ne so on fan ware no. Ye kam e me ma mo wedding ring no. E na ye busa se wo se ye ma no. Ye ne wo se ye to mo de ma mo se mo na mo to ye de ama ye nti se ye pese mo sha cause imprempi me ma no kwate ye ene me de mi hia se me hye amamre mu no e wo se wo oba no wo na me ba be ware wa me de hye wo nsa nti ye busa se ebia meme ya fe ma no omo nhye ase entua mo de no na ye nua ma ne bi kan se ring no kra no it comes in 3 sets nti emema ne beto no no omu de ehye mu dada nti mi busa se basa yen split it, na mema ne de no yen
Ọmọ deɛ no yɛ bonus.
ha yen fa ema wo ma na me pacho eno na ene ya sha ase a ye di ho nkomo Esther wo last submission ne se na ye ma me bi emre mu o se mema ne nto ni nyina okay ye da se wo ho.
nana me mmom deɛ mehu ne sɛ ɔbaa wotɔ ring a wode hyɛ wo kunu a nka ɛyɛ meme deɛ mehu no
Yes,
because
so you better be out.
yɛka sɛ
Okay, Mami Besaba, Mami B, yetio.
megyina so yɛka sɛ even ordinance no koraa no sɛ ɛberɛ a yɛhyɛ kawa no de yɛatie nsɛm a yɛka bɛrima no sɛ mede saa kawa yi hyɛ wo ɔbaa nso sɛ me nso mede saa kawa yi hyɛ wo na wo kawa no ɔno nipa no ɔno anatɔ no ɛno na wode gyina no ka sɛ meme de hyɛ wo aberɛ a ɔno anetɔ no adeɛ nti no he can choose not to wear it what deɛ mekyɛ no ase but sɛ me nso matɔ bi na me nso mede hyɛ wo ɛɛdi adanseɛ sɛ me nso wo nso woyɛ meme de adeɛ a ɛneɛ na afei yɛyɛ nyinaa yɛbɛyɛ obligated to each other sɛ wɔ sɛ yɛhyɛ na mmom adeɛ a me amakɔtɔ deɛ sɛ mepaa na meyi so adaa mepɛ ɛna mehyɛ adaa mepɛ menhyɛ nti na mmaa no moma yɛnye ntom but even though yɛnyɛ mmarima no deɛ wɔn te amammerɛ ase ɛna wɔn agye atom wɔn ho so sɛ mmarima yɛna yɛbɛfa saa aka no ɛna yɛrebɔ ka no ɛyɛ fine because aborɔfo no a ɛyɛ wɔn mu deɛ no a wɔn hyɛ ring no wɔn mu obi atɔ ne deɛ o
And no,
ɔbaa tɔ ne deɛ
you
bɛrima
beba
nso tɔ ne deɛ
Ɛnyɛ ɔmo nyinaa.
ha, you beba a honti la.
awɛ kakra a mimi nim deɛ mmaa no koraa na ɛtɔ
Me da se epa. Ye ma mami bi abemu no. Minim lady bi a ose ni kunu de. Ono na opeso ono nso efili se ade a ni kunu ehye no no. Oye Ghana ni o. Ono na eto ama ni kunu no. Ono nso hu se ni kunu ne sha. Je se ama n'ani agye se at least it doesn't matter say ebo no
yes
$50,
na
$100.
nana me
In fact,
ware
we need
foforɔ
come out or kind and ama me sua enoma bebre ewo.
me ware foforɔ me kunu na ɛtɔɔyɛ
Okay.
ɛna yɛn nyinaa yɛhyɛeɛ but yɛware kɔɔ yɛnim after 10 years na ɛnyɛ ne edmimi yɛ me ware yɛ nu baabi a na meyɛ kɛse nti na me ring nkɔ me nti na ɛyɛ difficult sɛ mehyɛ even up to now koraa mentaa nhyɛ ɛnso no yɛyɛ adwene sɛ yɛbɛkɔ akɔtɔ different one this time around no na nyankopɔn ato yɛn nsɛm nti yɛsɛ yɛbɛtɔ a more expensive one enti yɛkɔɔ yɛnim ɛkɔtɔɔ deɛ ɛmu oduro yɛtɔɔyɛ no ɛhɔ naa no meka kyerɛ me kunu sɛ ɔntua deɛ ɔno ɔtɔ ama me no
Okay.
na me nso
Be a
metua deɛ
matter
no
of
nso
choice.
metɔ ama no no
It's what you chose to do.
Mami mani
yes I chose to do it because na me nso mepɛ sɛ ɔno nso enya biribi a so because the kind of feeling na mimi nya yes ɔno no tɔ expensive ring maa me no na me pɛ sɛ ɔno nso feel the same way enti no even though yɛkɔ no na ne plan ne sɛ ɔno na yɛkɔ akɔtɔ but yɛkɔduru hɔ no ɛka me sɛ nti I rush back to the bank got money ɛna me buy na mebetua a ɔno no
Afa
deɛ
to credit card.
wɔn sɛ
Baby, because
ɛyɛ
any
ɛte
of
aseɛ
Ghana,
ne
ni
deɛ
any
wo fili o wote aseɛ
Enti no,
Esther,
ebe yeah a different
It's a new
feeling
anniversary
altogether.
gift.
Ebe ma me nya sense of like
anniversary gift
I
because
really owe him.
from mfitiaseɛ no ɔno ayɛ biribiara ma wohu sɛ bɛrima wei ɔyɛ wo
It's a new
die for
anniversary gift. Yeah.
wote aseɛ
okay, but say a no grandpa is still the ring go. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
anniversary.
Debbie
It's not.
Debbie
It's not the ring.
it is
It's
not
not
the
the
ring
ring.
it is not the
Wedding
ring
ring, different from near the situation now. All can what I
ɔka
say. Anniversary na omo koha there, and they decided to change the ring.
she
Now,
decided
mind
to
you,
even surprise her husband
yeah, but mind you, wedding ring, omo kojina altar anymore, whatever, and omo ka vows, and also for ni shira sa ring so. I'm sure say ring for from got toy no. Omo fan komo also for biaso in shira so emo. Omo
Okay,
an omo share my dear. What I say, so
awareɛ no
there's
mu
a
bia no
difference.
wanya awareɛ no
Fufu
akyi
ochira
ɔdɔ
ware
no
no
wɔ
so
hɔ
And
na
Santa Kra now we're in Kra wa wo mu baba etwe.
waiting ɔdɔ no wɔ hɔ
mommy,
wate aseɛ
mommy, Mr. Yeah,
ɛyɛ nisɔ na wotia nku
okay, yo. Esther, yeah, that's it. A pound for one. Now, Lydia, and I'm in any case, dear, mammy be. Wait, and I didn't feel much for near my mammy be about dear. Or catch a minute say, ever since, or no tall, Nikuni ring, go more and or say all the time, Nikuno, just say, ring and soon, Boma bear manuma, ne need Jima, Nikuni ring and into what that all the time, and who Esther, at least, your name so at to be sir, a man. Okay, yo, mammy be. Ye mo akɔ aba ɛne ne mehu so afro aba ɛso ampakyɛ ho yɛ de
Na mami bi we are maybe some question mpacho.
Miss Perfect there be ye bɛkɔ wo bebusa question na je mfi bɛma ansa ma mo abusa okay maame bi ye tie wo
Mpacho, me nso kakra metimi de account ne say maware like
okay
sisi maware we ɛna maware nso da
okay
na first time I'm worry you know emom say no de na ase families na ba together na e de ye ba we be
connecting yeah
man na to kawa no
mhm
enso aware no na enye papa bi asa che say de won say okay as me twi na enye papa bi anti aya meko back and forth
yeah that's okay that's fine we can still understand you
Inti, like for me, no, he wasn't a good guy, right? He wasn't cheating. At least if he was, I didn't know. Like I can't even lie and say I knew about it. I didn't. He was in Ghana. I was in America, so it wasn't a good place, right? And the funny thing, Nana said, when I was getting married, my pastor told me one thing that my wife did for me that I appreciated. He was in Ghana and his wife was in America. And the one thing he said his wife did that he appreciated was that when his wife was coming, she bought his ring.
wow
She bought his ring because he was so surprised. He thought he had to buy his own ring. But when she was coming, the only thing she brought for him was his ring. And he was so grateful. And if I tell you how this man talks about his wife, it was amazing.
right
Like we called her Miss Julie in the church because that's what he calls her when he's like, saying all these amazing things about her. Oh, Miss Julie, you can never say anything bad about my wife. My wife is so great. My wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, because of the little things Nireno, Ayamano. So going into my second marriage,
mhm
after unfortunately when everything went down from the first one.
I'm sorry
And this person is here in this country. He's actually from this country.
okay
And of course I could have said, oh, in my culture, no, the man buys everything. And he would have went and bought it. He would have. But when he was picking out my ring, he didn't tell me what it looked like or anything. So I knew the style that he liked. but I wanted to give him options. I already knew the one I picked, but I gave him options and I showed it to him. And he picked the one I picked too. But I told him I wasn't going to tell him what I picked. So when I actually at the altar and we were saying our vows and I pulled it out and showed it to him, he was so happy. He was like, you know me so well. And, like that's a little excitement that he got for the day
Right.
because it was a big surprise that I gave him because men usually don't get surprises
No,
in our weddings.
that's right.
So for me, I feel like it's nice to do something for your spouse. I understand in our culture, usually a woman, is supposed to sit and the man is supposed to come in. Just like as I walked in here, I was listening to Queen say something about I guess we had certain things like dangles and stuff that we used to put on ourselves when we got married as back in the day. And basically you went everywhere with your husband and everything. Now that you're not going anywhere with your husband, how are you showing that you're married? By that ring. But if he's buying the ring for himself and buying the ring for you, why does he have to wear it? I didn't think that's a social. If he say, "Oh no, no, kawa," say, "Ne me pesa me she me kawa matwa," it's not by force, right?
Yeah.
And so say, "Oh shit," so obeka so on shit. If he saw no one wato na ade, just like say, "Bemo betimi aka say, me and mato mi fie," inti say wo pesa wo kwa akọ.
You can leave. Yeah.
Yes. Inti ono anu wato ne kawa, so pese or sha obeshe.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Ruby, thank you so much for coming up tonight.
So,
Yeah, that's it. Sisterhood.
Well, good evening.
Ocho man so he can choose to wear it or not.
True, but they like to wear it more when it's a gift
Hello, good evening.
because they love you.
Sisterhood, Mr. Mama
It's a matter of choice. I tell you, it's a matter of choice because Obi Wawa on one
That's one shit.
Hey, mommy. Ah. Yo, me pacho brother Hassad, me pacho Hamsad yeti wo.
The church munina me does some mokunya. It does no wonderful programming. Pacho aware na kasa no. MCC say a year lose a lot of value aware no. Say my opinion any and Diego Crambe say nipa bia ukoware a in the first place I was say make your mindset saware no ebeye
Okay.
na odi sa positive mindset no eko saware no
That's so.
the moment wadwene be on tantaware no kra no anhwa enyi enti bibi wo ha menyan bibi wo ha menyan no sa na be
Okay.
because say nyankopon so boy say ni subane ne faso enti yeso so no in one way or another yes you nyankopon ade bia na o think positive will come your way.
Right.
O think negative it will come your way because and now we invite it in your life. Inte awale na ankasa na woko no say o dwene bibi fufu bia say enya value awale ni ma sa na be sa me use me ho as example.
Okay.
Me ne me ware no me normally no where me the ring me share you worry via because most of the time I work more with metals and I will say a basana rings in yana untini shintino a bear used to say after my warrior giant massa worry for into first marriage ring na me say. But my second marriage no. You go share ring no ring ya you choose you no. Me choose the very expensive man pay. And I maybe no. Me imagine say you cry you already ya me the better 20 no. Oh ya say me ring be expensive.
Go on.
Enti me catch me say the me pesa ring in the boarding with a diamond.
Okay.
And I'm so okay. But the surprising thing is say come here go ring no. Me ring na mention me ring the triaka.
Wow.
Ring no me refi kra me sambe fana me dia she.
Me da se wo ho.
Se say ring ni me ntimi nyinto ho. Ba sanka ye me na me to ya anka even me refi kra na anka me excuse me refi.
I have a question.
Me perfect
Me
money.
ba me bawo because sa de no ho sa particular de na wo ye no. Amana ba be ye some kind of I don't know how to say it. Amana Baba is so some bound be an answer would be with me, say in a few crana, even if I step out cry me 2 car crana, I have to return back and come and put the ring on. Sana memeno I am me. So and you biana obey sir, but this is the experience I have. Ebi obi oha on yes sir. But me come me experience with the sad situation. No. But say ring no so one out to your crana. I think say we have to learn say your best because a more banos so no not mu and basa say because the moment I ring most of the time person no obano gina say be crana could put before for abontin because I won't share ring na wait my cash in the pan say e be cra won worry. So when sharing na approach bi kra na nipa no ntumi musa say ebia instant ntumi musa say o ware na on ware but the sharing na in the first place no approach bi kra na nipa make say no obi a wo share kawa na aba be pemi nipa to what masi intimi me no this is the experience I have
That's it.
Pacho man was na me pacho is stand up so busa me question
Oh, me